Hello, everyone. Today I want to review uploading your first submission for What is in Your Food and Why, Part 1 to Canvas. So I have the Canvas module open here on my screen. This is student view, so yours should look something similar to this. We're going to go over to the Assignments tab. And we have upcoming assignments. What is in your food and why, part 1. So we click that. Here we go. Here's the description. In your own words, tell me why you selected this specific product. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it your favorite color or flavor? Does the product or packaging evoke an emotional response? Who do you think the target market or demographic is for this product? What do you think about the ingredients? Are they high quality, low quality? This should be simply what you think or know about the product up to this point. You're not really doing any research, you're not looking into anything any further. And you definitely don't need any citations for this for part 1, because you're going to get the opportunity to dive deeper into a multidisciplinary view of the product, looking at the ingredients, the economics, the psychology, the chemistry, the nutrition, the food science, all of those fun things in parts 2, 3, and 4 of the assignment. So what this really is right now is just where you're at in terms of this one product. So for many of you, as we go through parts 2, 3, and 4, you're going to learn certain things, or hopefully many things about the product, so that your view might change. So right now, it's really just your viewpoint, your take on whatever this specific product is. So there are no wrong answers for this part of the assignment. It's whatever you think about the product. What you say specifically about the ingredients or anything, you might find out that what you thought was not what you thought the ingredients were for isn't exactly correct, or you're going to learn, and that might change your viewpoint on the product or the company or whatever it is. So there's an opportunity there to have a deeper understanding of the products and how the ingredients interact with each other and how this all comes together as a whole. So moving through, here is the rubric. Basically what I'm looking for is an image upload of the primary display panel or the front of the product package. So it says upload an image of the front of the package for the product. This can be as easy as snapping a photo with your phone of your specific product. So you pick out a product that you like, you take a picture of it, you upload it. Again, we need to do this for the back or the side, depending on where it is of the packaging. Basically what I'm looking for is the nutrition facts and the statement of ingredients, or supplemental facts, because if it's a dietary supplement, it's not going to have nutrition facts, it's going to say supplement facts. So what could happen is if you have your nutrition facts and your ingredient statement on separate panels of the product, which typically does not happen, but if that is the case, then just send me 3 pictures. So just send me as many pictures as you need to of the product to make sure that you have all of the content covered. With the ingredient statement especially, you want to make sure that it is a clear photo so that you can see easily, clearly what all of the ingredients are. A blurry photo would not work for that. So each photo, or these 2 photos, if you send 3 to meet the requirements for part 2, they're still, that section is still only worth 5 points. So it's 5 points for the first picture, the front of the box, 5 points for the nutrition facts and nutrition facts or supplement facts, and the ingredient statement. 15 points comes from the narrative, what you actually type up into a docx file and then upload that, or a PDF. So this is the rubric. Let's say you have, and this, depending on which section you're in, is going to change. Obviously, there's the 8:30 section and the 5:30 section. But the assignment, you just follow what's actually written under your assignment tab for the due dates. So when you're ready to submit the assignment, actually before that, let's just go through. So for me, I decided to do Kodiak cakes. Power cake sounds pretty special, right? So they're buttermilk. You just add water. That's what the front of the box says. Now, this is not the back of the box, but it's the side of the box. And it has the nutrition facts and the ingredient statement. So if you were doing a product like this, obviously I need the front and the side. I don't need the back of the box if the side of the box has the information. But the product you submit might not be in a box. It might be in a bottle. It might be in a wrapper. So it does. Who knows? But as long as you send me the front of the package and the part of the package that has both the nutrition facts and the ingredients. Okay? So those are my two images. And then here's my, yours is going to look a little bit different than this, but here's my narrative. This is what I wrote up, okay? So that's my document file. So the way that you submit assignments in Canvas is you go to Submit Assignment. And again, this is a reminder, upload 2 images in one document file. So I'm just going to go to Choose File. Here's what's in your food, part 1. Let's see if that actually worked. Side panel. Oh, it didn't work the first time. Open. There we go. Another file. Choose file. And then the Kodiak cake's the front. So we just go load all those files and then submit assignment. So then the submission will look like this. And then what I do when I leave, so we're going to leave student view, and then we're going to go to, this is what it looks like for me. Speed grader, we have test student. So all it is I'm looking at the first thing. So I'm going to open the rubric. Okay, so the first image is the side of the box, and it has the nutrition facts and the ingredients. So 5 points. Kodiak cakes. All right, that's the front of the package. It's a clear photo, 5 points. Here's your narrative, your description of what you think about the food, what you know up to this point, all those fun facts or thoughts and feelings. Then you get graded there, and then it gets saved. And that's pretty much how it's going to work for submitting part 1. All of the upload submissions are going to work in the same format. You just click on the assignment tab, and all the details about the assignment will show up there. Again, as always, if you have any questions, just send me an email or a message on Canvas. And good luck. Have fun with this assignment.